Hi and welcome to my channel. So I shared a video on here a few days ago talking about delays in issuing UK certificates of sponsorship as well as UK visas. So there were quite a few different factors that were explored, and many of you reached out saying, Melvis, I've been waiting for 6 months. Some people have been waiting for 4 months. What is really going on? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the UK priority service when it comes to getting a certificate of sponsorship. So is it possible for you to influence when you get a certificate of sponsorship so that you can get it as quickly as possible to move to the UK or to switch your visa ASAP before all these visa changes and all those things come into force? So if you're new to my channel, you're very much welcome. Indeed, if you are a returning subscriber, as usual, I absolutely appreciate your time. And if you're one of those people that actually implement the things I'm talking about, I appreciate your time even more, because yes, you're doing exactly the right thing. So if you haven't joined this family, obviously hit the subscribe button below so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. The only mission that I have, and that the reason why this channel exists, is to make sure that you are the first person to be notified about the best opportunities that the UK has to offer. When it comes to career progression, you don't only get to this country, you know what I mean, but you maximize the opportunities that it has to offer. So I have a free newsletter, by the way. I've dropped the link in the comment section below, where I share information such as this directly to your amazing inbox. I share info about free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or switch, as well as career progression opportunities, NHS jobs, apprenticeships, and all of that. So check the comment section. It's free to join. You drop your name and email and you're part of the newsletter. You're also going to find my contact details on there. So there's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, I'm in a whole lot of trouble, I'm thinking about this visa sponsorship, I've gone on it for ages, I need some help, I need to know what is going on, I need to know how to get started. Look, there are many people that just want to know, what do I do next? Again, do get in contact with myself, because my details are on there. And if you need that one-to-one tailored, individualized and personalized guidance, then obviously I'm here to support you to make sure that this challenging, difficult journey is, I don't want to call the word easy, because it is not an easy journey, but it is much smoother than it would be. So do join that newsletter. So is it possible for you to get a certificate of sponsorship as a priority? The truth about the matter is that there are things that you can influence as a candidate, and there are things that you cannot influence. And before I even get into the nitty-gritty, let me tell you what happened. When I shared that video on here a few days ago, so many of you reached out to me and said, look, this is what's been going on. I've been waiting. Somebody was waiting for 6 months for a certificate of sponsorship. And I said to him, look, which company has offered you a job and you're waiting for 6 months? And he said he's got an agent, and every time he rings the agent is like, we're still waiting. There's delays from the Home Office and the UK immigration and all that. And I said to him, which company is it? So he told me what the company is, and we actually contacted the company, and guess what? They've never even heard about him. They don't know him at all. He's been offered obviously no job and all that. So needless for me to get into more details with what happened to this gentleman, because he paid £20,000, £20,000 that he paid selling his business and land and all of that, paid the agent £20,000. He was told that he had visa sponsorship, but he was waiting, for the company and all of that. We rang the company. It was a real company that actually exists in the UK, but they didn't know who this person was. So obviously, it turned out that he basically had no job. So this really emphasizes the fact that it is very important to go through due process. I know that it can be painful, it can take time, it can be frustrating, it can be very uncertain, it can be, you want to know, when will I get sponsorship? What is going on? Look, you need to go through the due process, because this gentleman found out after waiting for 6 months that he's going to be traveling to the UK, that actually he's got nothing. He's traveling nowhere. Well, not now. So you need to be careful. And there are many other people that have gone through with them, and literally these companies don't know who they are. They are waiting for absolutely nothing. So if you're currently waiting for a certificate of sponsorship, you need to go to the UK government website and check the company that you've got that has offered you sponsorship. And I'm not going to get into too much detail here, because you know how you got the job. If you didn't get the job the legit way, which means you didn't find a company, apply for a job, go through the interview process. If there's anything fishy, any sort of arrangements behind the scenes, then know that the likelihood that you've got a job is very, very low. Because it always turns out that many of these people that complain that they're waiting for certificate of sponsorship for months, they don't actually have any job, or they're going through somebody who is waiting for somebody, who is waiting for somebody, and it ends up that even if you do move to the UK, you're not going to have a job, as in you have a visa, but you don't have hours. How are you going to survive in a country like this, very expensive, without any job, any hours? But anyway, each to their own. So again, by the way, do share this video with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they're aware of all these things that are going on. And so the things that you can influence, you need to be working on those ones. The things that you cannot influence, you need to let them be. But what I'm trying to say is you must follow due process. If you don't follow due process now, it's going to catch up with you later, which means even if you do get a visa sponsorship and move to the UK, you're still going to be in big trouble, because you need to find a job and move from that company. Because if they're not doing things legally and they get found out and their license is revoked, you're going to be in big trouble, because you're going to get deported and all of that. So you need to be very careful. And like I say, you know how you got the job that you've got. Did you get it legally? Did you not get it legally? That's what influences your decision making. So there's no point saying, oh, I've been waiting for my COS for 3 months and there's nothing coming through, when you know that it is not a legit process that you're going through. I mean, why the surprise? So that's what I'm saying. And I know that there are people that genuinely are not aware of these things, but majority of people that are paying, they know about the process. So you need to know that it's a risk that you're taking, but you need to be ready for that risk and for the consequences when they do come around. So when it comes to the COS, whether you can get it as a priority or not depends on the job. If you want to get a priority COS, you need to apply for jobs that are eligible to get that priority COS. For example, healthcare jobs, NHS jobs, for example, also get priority with the Home Office naturally because of their healthcare related, the need, the urgency, So those are some of the jobs that do. And when it comes to getting a COS as well, you cannot pay to get a priority COS, obviously, when it comes to those of us that are doing things the legal and the legit way. Obviously, those are the people I'm talking about here. So like I say, if you're not part of this group, then obviously you need to contact whoever it is that you're dealing with when it comes to your visa and all of that, and find out more details. Because every day I get hundreds and hundreds of people saying, Melvis, can you investigate this company? Can you check this agent? Oh, this is an email that I've sent to me. I'm not hearing from them for the last 6 months. Oh, somebody escaped with my money. I don't have time to check those things. I'm sorry. I have no time. And that's why the Home Office is there. The website is public, it's open, it's easily accessible. You've got to go on there and check. Like I say, everything in life comes with consequences. When the consequences are here, you and I need to step up and face them, because you need to really make sure that you're trying to follow the right path, as difficult as it may be. So as a candidate, you cannot pay the Home Office to get a priority certificate of sponsorship. You cannot do that. You can pay for a priority visa when you're applying for a visa. That's because as a candidate, you are in charge of that visa process. You are in charge of when you put in your visa application. But when it comes to getting a COS, you cannot pay for a priority COS, because it's the company that is applying from the Home Office. Then once they have it, they give it to you, and then you go and apply for the visa. So if you're applying for the visa, you've got the option to choose that priority service if you want to. Obviously, you pay more. The more you pay, the quicker your visa is going to come. If you don't pay, obviously, then you just have to wait until it's ready. But if you apply for one of those jobs that are eligible for the priority service, naturally, then you also get your visa quicker. Which employer you have is also going to influence how long you're going to wait for your visa. So there are so many different factors. And if you want to know the specifics, obviously, about these jobs and all of that, do leave a comment in the comment section so I can do a separate video on that, because obviously there's quite a lot of details that are involved and all that. By the way, if you're not aware, I do have a private career coaching program where I offer tailored, individualized and personalized guidance with getting these visa sponsorship jobs, obviously legit jobs, for people that are patient enough, because it takes a lot of patience. For people that are persistent, it takes a lot of persistence. For people that want to do things the right way from day one. As you know, the UK is deporting, hundreds of carers every single day because of this particular thing. And there are other people in the UK that are now illegal immigrants. Some are aware that they are illegal immigrants, some are not aware. But either way, there's a lot of hassle going on. But the few people that take time to do things the proper way are the ones that will enjoy the benefits of this country, are the people that in the end, they're going to stand tall, they're going to stand proud and say to themselves, it was worth me taking the extra time to risk it and get to this country the right way. So if you need to find out more information about my private coaching program, obviously check the description box below or the about section of this channel, and you're going to find information about it. Like I say, it's for less than 1% of people that watch my videos, because I know that most people will just watch video after video after video, complain, and still do the wrong thing and still have no patience. It is difficult to do the right thing. I know that. And that's why what I do is only for few people, because it is difficult to do the right thing. Very hard. Even for me, there are many times that I'm struggling to do the right thing. So, it's human nature. When you see something and they say to you, I'm going to get your COS in 3 weeks and you're going to be in the UK in 4 months. I mean, that sounds very attractive, once you hear it. And so I understand why people embark on some of these processes and journeys. And it's very heartbreaking, though, when you look at the end of it. So you need to be aware of the processes. I'm not an immigration lawyer, obviously. This information is openly available and accessible on the UK government website. It's not hidden, it's there. If you have a company, you need to check on the company website and all of that. During our live session on Thursday, we're going to go through this in a lot of detail. How do you know if a company is legit? How do you know if it's not legit? How do you check a COS if it's legit? How do you check if it's not legit? And if it's not also, what do you do? How do you salvage yourself as a candidate from these situations? Because, like I say, it's very frustrating, very disheartening when you see a family, you see a husband, wife, you see kids that are stranded in the UK. And some people call me saying, oh, Melvis, I came to the UK 3 months ago with visa sponsorship. I spent all the money I had to move to this country. Now I have no job. I'm really stuck. I need where to live for my kids. I'm poor. I'm this. I'm just like, look, the truth is that I will empathize with you. People will empathize with you, but you need accommodation. You need to pay rent, because the UK, there's no landlord that's going to come and say, oh my God, I've got these poor immigrants that have come to the UK. They haven't got where to live. Come and stay in my house. No, they'll kick you out, because that landlord needs their rent to be paid. If you need to eat food, you need to buy food. I mean, it's the winter time now. Places are cold. You need to heat your house. So there's quite a lot that is going on that people, there's complete lack of awareness. I'm like, you need to be very careful. As an adult, when you're making decisions, you need to be very wise with the decisions that you're making. So you need to be careful. Anyway, it's one of those things, it's one of those things. So what's your situation right now? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Are you looking for jobs? Are you already in the UK? Are you waiting for COS? Are you waiting for your visa? Is there any document that you need or that you think you should have included that you didn't include? Those could be some of the factors that are causing delays on a personal level. Because when everything's smooth and all of that, you don't have those delays. If you have a legit job, look, you will not be waiting for a UK COS for 6 months from a legit employer where you've applied, you've gone through the normal process. I've had a coaching program for 3 years, never experienced such a situation, because with legit employers, you're 100% sure that you've gone through the right process. Everything's going to come out. And you can also be calm and know that, oh, because I went through this process the legit way, even if there's a delay, you're not stressed out because you know that you've applied the proper way. That's the difference. When you know that there's something behind the scenes or something fishy, you're more stressed as well, even if it's just taking 2 weeks, even if it's the normal period of time. And that's the importance of doing things the right way. And I don't know when many of us are going to learn, about doing things the right way. But again, like I say, it's quite attractive when somebody says to you, Melvis, I'm going to get you a COS guaranteed in 3 weeks or in 3 months or whatever time. It's an attractive proposition, and people feel that, for me, getting to the UK is not enough. It's how you get to this country. You need to enjoy the country. You need to feel that it was worth it. You need to make use of the opportunities. If you're stressed out at home because you don't even have a job, I mean, you're not going to enjoy this place. So again, I don't know. It is what it is. So what do you think about all of this? Obviously, if you haven't joined my newsletter, by the way, check the comment section below. You see a link to join. If you need to contact me and you need that one-to-one guidance, personalized, tailored support, then obviously, check out the description box below. Get in contact with me. Like I say, it is what it is. So check out this other video that I've linked up here just to give you more information about some of these opportunities, visas, policies, and all of that in the UK. Check this out here.